Okay, so what I'm going to try to do now is actually use the J-bolts and everything which came with the kit. I've pre-assembled them onto my adapter, and I have the chain sitting right here. So basically what happens is take off your cap, put the big huge rubber washer down on top in place of the cap, and line up your adapter on top of your reservoir. Now here comes the tricky part, because you've got to figure out the best way to route this chain around the bottom of your reservoir and or master cylinder and get it wrapped around both of those J-hooks. So I'll put it down on one side. I'm trying to balance the cap there. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I'm gonna get this strung around so that it's not, gonna clamp down on any of your brake lines or any of that stuff. And then try and hook it back around. I managed to get it around the master cylinder pretty well here. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how well this works this way. There. Now I've got the chain, finally, around both of the J-hooks. And I'm going to take this camera off the tripod for a second so maybe we can take a better look. Okay, so got the cap, J-hook. You can kind of see the chain right there. Wraps around the bottom, and I can tug on it from the other side and pull it around. So then get this thing back on the camera mount. And the instructions do say that you just want to do this finger tight, because if you go too tight, then you're going to risk, bending some of this plastic. So I'm going to go ahead, tighten each of these ones down. Try to do it relatively evenly, I guess. It's probably going to be the best way to do it. I mean, with the thickness of that washer, I really don't think that you'll have to tighten it down, all that tight. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm kind of starting to snug up a little bit. Can still move it though. So I've obviously not got a good seal just yet. So I'll tighten each one of these down a little bit more. Well, I think we're starting to get somewhere. Trying to feel underneath to see if I can feel that rubber washer kind of deforming it all, and I think it is, which would lend me to believe that we're getting pretty darn near where we need to be. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and hook the reservoir up to the leader hose. Not to be confused with lederhosen. Now this is a part where you might consider that quick connect, because as you tighten this thing down, it's not a full rotational coupler. It's just a standard barb connector. So as I twist this, then I have to kind of flip the canister around. That's all the noise that you hear off camera. So I've gotten that finger tight right now. Now I am sure as heck that that's probably going to need to be tightened by wrench. any standard pressurized plumbing, it's going to require that. But I've got it kind of finger tight right now, and see if I can get the gauge in camera. I'm going to give it a few pumps. But basically, you press down and give it a little partial turn back, and then you're going to pump it up. And you're going to want to try to test to make sure that you've got a decent seal before you go ahead and put all your liquid in there and have your brake fluid flying around your garage or your shop and your face. And it is seeming it is going to take quite a few pumps to get this done. In your ingenuity, I think you may be able to, figure out some way to hook this up to your air compressor. That would be awesome. Okay, that's 5 PSI. So I'm going to turn the camera off when I finish getting that up, because this is obviously going to take a while, and we'll be back in a minute.